Mic check, 1, 2. We're good, we're recording. Right, hello, welcome back people. Today we're doing a day in the life and a full day of eating. What a bloody treat. Haven't done a YouTube video in a long time, shock, but quite a bit's changed, so I thought I'd go through an update. First things first, well, I'll give you the time. It's now 6 o'clock and I'm on schedule. This is my new routine, up at 5:30 every day. Well, my routine will kind of change day to day because I've decided that the mornings or the days that I train, I'm not gonna do PTs, so I can focus on doing stuff that brings me joy. As in, not saying that PT doesn't bring me joy, but you know, I like to read, I like to just take my time in the morning, go for a walk, do a bit of meditation, and have more focused time to do deeper work, right? So things that are gonna move the business forward, because what I was finding is I was like constantly doing PT. So whenever I was doing a block of work, it'd be interrupted because I'd need to go to the gym for a PT. So I want to try this sort of setup. So what I'm doing on my rest days, Tuesday and Friday, I'm having more PTs early in the morning, so I'll wake up a little bit early on those days. But on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm waking up at about 5:30, like I said. First part of the routine is obviously shower, get my supplements, have my morning drink, which is electrolytes, creatine, and glutathione. And then before I take Bella out for a walk, read for 25 minutes, meditate for 5 minutes, take her out for half an hour, come back, then I'll have meal 1, and then I'll get cracking with check-ins. The book I'm reading at the moment is called The Dose Effect, and this book came to me at the right time. It's so interesting to learn about how your brain works, really. So it goes into dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, like chemicals in your brain. The first chapter I've just read about dopamine is very prevalent to today's society, and how like things like your phone can really steal your attention and take away a lot from your life rather than give you things in life. So I really do recommend this. It's a really good read, and it's not like really wordy. There's like illustrations, which we like to see. So yeah, definitely recommend. The book that I just read before this was one by bloody hell, what's his name? I've forgotten it now. He was on the Diary of a CEO, and Jefferson Fisher, that's his name. And it was a book about how to improve your communication skills and argue less, basically. And that's something that I wanted to learn more about, not just to help with relationships in my life, but also to communicate better with clients. So this is it. This is part of the morning routine. The next clip you'll see might be a walk, it might be something else, but stay tuned for the rest of the day. That's reading and morning meditation done. When it comes to meditation, I'm thinking, or I used to think exactly what you're thinking right now. What'd you do? Like sit cross-legged and fucking hum like some monk? And that's not entirely the case. It's literally just 5 minutes of being super present. That's it. Focus on your breathing, where you feel the breath coming in, the sounds going on, like I can hear cars driving past. As soon as you get any sort of thought come into your head, you're kind of aware of the thought, and then come back to your breath and get rid of the thought almost. Be present. Just helps me be really calm and learn how to be more present throughout the day, because so often we find ourselves living in the future, living in the past, and we fail to be present in the moment. Meditation just reminds you, okay, I'm thinking way too far ahead, or I'm worrying what's happened in the past. Come back to the present. And I think that's a step to being able to enjoy your life to the fullest, in my opinion. Try it for yourself. It may work, it may not work. And by the way, I tried it in the past, it didn't work for me, but this time around I've approached it with a different mindset. And I use an app called Waking Up by Sam Harris, which takes you through multiple guided meditations, which helps you understand how to meditate properly, why you do it. So with that app, it taught me how to meditate properly, and now I don't use the app because I would have had to pay for it, and I'm not paying how much it was asking. So use the 14-day free trial. I ain't got an affiliation to it. Somebody else recommended it to me. And then you can learn how to do it if you want to do it yourself. Anyway, it's time for a walk, and it's fucking freezing today, so I'll be wrapping up. And one more thing I'll say is what I try to do is have a no phone rule. So first hour of the day, last hour of the day, no phone. So I won't take my phone out with me on this walk. I'll just be, again, present. And then when I get back, coffee, food, work time. See you in a bit. Back from walking the little rascal. Look at her. Wet and muddy. Luckily, she's got a haircut booked in tomorrow, long overdue. We get a cut at the Crazy Dog Ladies on the High Street, if you wanted to know that. Anyway, meal one coming up for Bells, meal one coming up for me, which is yogurt, whey, chia seeds, flax seeds, cocoa powder, blueberries, granola, and it's one of my favourite meals of the day. Shock. Let's get making it. A few little hacks to make your all sweet meals, to be fair. I was going to say yogurt meal tastes better. Is firstly cocoa powder. Add like 5 or 10 grams of this, not just to yogurt, but you can add it into cream of rice, into your creamy mix, any like sweet meal, even coffee you can add this in. You buy it in a big bag for like this from Amazon. This is the Calibalt, is that how you say it? From Belgium. Extra brutes. And it's bruty, that's for sure. Paired with the best perform whey. I'm not like a huge fan of sticky toffee. Like if I was to go to a restaurant, I probably wouldn't order it. I'm always a banoffee pie, cheesecake kind of guy. But this is probably my favorite perform whey, and especially goes with any sort of like chocolatey cream of rice or cocoa powder. And then this granola from Lidl, dark chocolate and almond, is 10 out of 10. Whilst that is getting made, I boil the kettle for my coffee. I use an AeroPress on my coffee. This is fantastic. One of the best purchases I've ever made. Pretty cheap as well. I think it was what, 20 quid maybe? It's between 20 and 30 quid, I'm sure. And you just put ground coffee in there, press it down. You got like coffee that's just as good as Costa when they don't burn the bean. If you know, you know. What else? Yeah, so the kettle is also boiling because I will make my cream of rice for post-workout now because it requires the kettle to boil. Efficiency. So what I do with my cream of rice is I put the boiling water in the bowl first. I've got 50 grams post-workout at the moment, so I mix in 350 mils of boiling water, pour the cream of rice in, whisk it in the microwave for a minute, take it out, cake layer, banging. That's everything. Break. Trot, 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 trot. What's for breakfast, Bells? What's meal one? Kibble. It is. Oh, I've scared her. This one, which is in fish and rice, and yeah, she doesn't complain about that, so she gets it every day. Can you imagine that? Eating the same 2 meals every day. I do also give her a carrot and some fish skin because it's good for her fur. Anyway, let's sit down and crack on with some work.
Andrew Jack. I mean, keep in mind,
Excuse me.
kind of saw a similar thing happen in 2024.
This is what I do with my first meal. It's in the yogurt pot, by the way, because this is the final serving. I get 3 servings out of this. That's why it's 166 grams. Nick Strength and Power, catching up with the bodybuilding news. I'm watching the most recent video on the Arnold UK and, you know, everything about the competitor list. So if you're into bodybuilding or want to get more into bodybuilding, Nick Strength and Power is a great YouTube channel to watch. Wanted to show you my new sort of routine. Where is it? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a little loom video. That'll come up next.
Boom. Cue. transition into that. Maybe I'm going to put like a flashy edit over the top there so my face just pings out of nowhere. Weirdo. Excuse me. All right, this is my new schedule. I'm very proud of this. I have tried this in the past and it works for a period of time, but then it kind of falls apart somewhat and I just revert back to old bad habits. But this time around, I'm not letting that happen. I've approached this with a new mindset and I'm going to make sure that I keep in this routine because it's working right now. So I've decided that I wanted to have some days where I don't do any PTs in the morning. So this is what my work block or work week looks like now. I've got 16 PT slots available and only 3 of them, which are the ones in pink, are the ones that are free. All the ones that are in green are taken by current clients. And I tried this out on Monday, which is when I actually filmed the YouTube video. And the amount of work that I got done that morning was crazy, incredible. So not only that, but I just felt good. And I feel really good at the moment. And I think it's because I'm spending less time on my phone. I've made a conscious effort to limit notifications. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that now. We're talking about the schedule because I'll go off on a tangent. But you can see that I've put in here the time I'm waking up, the time I'm walking Bella. Then on a Monday, for example, read 20 minutes, meditate 5. Then meal 1, check-ins and study. Like when I do my check-ins, if I have any time left over, then I'll do a bit of studying. Meal 2, then I've got a deep work block, then outreach and calls, and then at the same time on a Wednesday out. So it's all mapped out here, right? And then what I do once I've got everything mapped out here and all the blocks in red is when I'm not doing anything that's downtime. I've actually scheduled in like specific downtime for Kat and I to like have a catch up midweek. So I'll go over to hers or she'll come over to mine. And then Friday we'll do the same, and then Saturday and Sunday we usually spend the afternoons together as well. Times when I'm training there, doing my cardio, getting a sunbed. I'm not doing a sunbed fucking Tuesday as well, so that can go. It'll be haircut, sunbed, and then Lidl shop here. So this isn't 100% accurate, but now that I've got that together, you come over to Google Calendar, and this is where the magic happens and it all gets put together. So this is obviously today. We've got all the blues are PTs when I do my check-ins, and then this is tomorrow, and this is what I've planned out for tomorrow. I'll do my check-in shots and check-in with my coach. Then I've got a walk with Bella. Then I'll read, check-ins and study. Then I'm going to get my physio and shockwave booked in. Then I've got a work block. Now, when it comes to the work blocks, which are in orange, what I decide to do in that work block will be dictated by my to-do list, which I use an app called Tick. So I have a long to-do list here, and basically I come over to the Eisenhower matrix, and all of the most important things from here I move to here. So this is what I will aim to get completed in that work block tomorrow. So I'll set up Jess, who's a new client, edit this YouTube video, probably finishing editing it, and then some other bits and bobs to do with my brother, booking in physio, paying a client back money because he decided to stop the coaching process early when he paid for 6 months up front. You know, he didn't expect that, but I said that I would give it back to him because he actually wants to leave the country. So I said, listen, you put that towards a flight, don't worry about paying me. So that's everything there. Yeah. And then I've got PTs, my upper session, and then time spent with Kat. So yeah, you can see that I'm pretty full this week because I've had to squeeze people in that have banked sessions. So yeah, it's pretty jam-packed, but that's my new schedule.
So yeah, that's a new morning routine or weekly routine, let's say. And I had a bit of a perspective shift. I spoke about this on Instagram since coming back from France. So I'm putting more of an effort into running my business like a proper business rather than just kind of, I don't want to say winging it, but I've not been taking it as seriously as I should be. When a client comes through the door, the coaching process is seamless, but it's a case of bringing more people through the door, you know. My lead generation is quite poor. So that's what I need to work on. And I think being able to work on like the back end of the business, like have content going out frequently, that's the main thing really, just frequent content. Things like, excuse me, lead magnets, emails, Jesus, bit of granola went down the wrong hole there. Yeah, all the stuff that comes with running a successful online coaching business, because PT's like at its cap now. I think I've got 2 slots available, whereas online coaching, that can be scaled. So that's my main focus at the moment, as a bit of an insight. Anyway, on to some check-ins. First block of check-ins done for the day, and mic's the wrong way around, hopefully that sounded okay. What I've said to myself with this new sort of schedule is, if I have time and finish up check-ins early enough, then I'm going to dedicate the rest of that check-in block to studying. So I'm doing a bit of learning, because, you know, I've been slacking with this a little bit. You know, I do the odd bits of learning here and there. Mainly it's just from podcasts, to be honest with you, because I think podcasts are great because you can do other things whilst learning. However, I think dedicated time to sit down and properly study things that I need to learn more about, or like gaps in my knowledge, is absolutely vital. So that's what I'm doing now. Probably like another 20 or 30 minutes of this left, and then on to meal number 2. Time for the next meal. And guess what? This is my favourite savoury meal of the day. Bit of an Asian take: beef, rice, soy, sweet chilli, 2 eggs on top, veg. 10 out of 10. So as I'm preparing this and chatting away, let's give you a bit of a personal update on what's going on. So I got back from France last week. It was Saturday last week that we got back. I lost weight after coming back, but I also wasn't taking any supplements. So obviously there's like a drop in water weight from creatine, not taking GH, stuff like that. Then after putting all that back in, it steadily climbed back up to the point where I, came back to like the weight that I was before I went away. So, my thought process is I just kind of maintained my body weight, which isn't too bad considering I ate and drank like absolute shit, but that's how I like to enjoy a holiday. And then, just got stuck back straight into it and managed to pull off a good chunk of weight. We did make a change, so my calories are about 2,800 at the moment, I believe. Hit a new low of like 92.9, I think. And then this morning it jumped back up a little bit because I had a family gathering yesterday where I did eat too much dessert, to be honest with you. Do you know what? When we have family events, usually like the older people will make the dinner, and then it's up to the younger adults to bring desserts. So we've got me, my brother, my 2 cousins. We all brought a dessert each. So I bought a tiramisu, my brother made a cake, and then my cousins made some like chocolate nutty thing, and then a banana bread. So it's like 4 fucking desserts, and obviously I'm gonna try them all. So as a result, too much dessert. And then Mother's Day chocolates that got fucking brought out as well. So there was chocolates going around. I could have said no, but it was M&S chocolates. I just can't say no. But anyway, back on it this morning. I allow myself to have that because I know that, when I'm on it, I'm fucking on it, and I'll be able to get that weight back down. So it's all good. I'm waffling now. What am I talking about? Yeah, so that's basically an update from me. We'll continue on this diet until Kat and I go away to Egypt on the 19th of April, which is in like 4 weeks, I think, from now. What day is it today? I don't even know what the day is. No, it's about 4 weeks from now anyway. So, yeah, dialed in for the next 4 weeks or so. Get shredded for Egypt. And I'll probably need to do a little bit more dieting afterwards. And whether I'm going to prep this year or not, still uncertain. To be honest, since coming back from France, I've had a bit of a perspective shift like I spoke about earlier, and whether like competitive bodybuilding is the right thing for me, I'm not sure. I do want to do it again at some point in the future, but I don't know whether that's going to be this year or not. The knee situation has been fantastic. That's been getting a lot better. I've got treatment lined up, approved by a consultant, all covered by the insurance, so thank you. I was potentially going to get some cortisone injections, but I'm going to pass on that for now because it has been feeling better. I don't need like such an invasive thing if it is getting better. So physio paired with shockwave, I think that'll be enough. The main thing is, when I train legs, I do 2 sets of single leg extension, 2 sets of the new Arsenal leg press. Minimal pain during to no pain as of recently. The following day, no pain. And then by the time the next leg day comes around, there's even less pain each time I do it, which is good. That says to me that if that trend continues and I'm not a dickhead with loading, range of motion, it will just keep getting better. Next meal coming up. So here's the meal before it goes into the pan. And this is what I do every time. Get everything on the plate, sauces, everything except salt, and then smack it into a pan rather than the microwave. Now I guess I'm lucky that I'm in a position where I can warm up all my meals on a pan, but I tell you what, it makes them taste so much better pan fried. Yes, it takes a bit more time, but I like to enjoy my food, all right? If you know me, you know I fucking love food. So if it takes me an extra couple of minutes to make my food taste that much better, I'm gonna do it. Smack a bit of salt on there, and then the eggs. The eggs kind of got a bit fucked up. I put one on the plate and it just decided to flip upside down. So, cheers, mate. Anyway, egg yolk is fucking cracked all over, but that's what I like. I break the yolks and let it just seep into the rice and the beef with the soy and the chili, and it's just, So here we're gonna do a live taste test. Aren't you lucky? Every time, every fucking time. Let's get the calories up for this meal, eh? I've not told you the calories of the last meal. Let me get my sheets up. So yeah, as mentioned, the initial, well, there was a change recently, so calories are now around 2,800. First meal came to 435 calories, 46 grams of protein. This one's 715 calories, 49 grams of protein. And then we've got 3 more meals lined up throughout the rest of the day. What's your favourite meal of the day? Tell me. Comment. Sweet, savoury, beef, rice, chicken, cream of rice. Let me know. Flying through the day, absolutely flying. And to help me fly, give me some wings. Red Bull, new one. My brother gave me this, and he got gifted from a friend of his that works at Red Bull. Cherry Sakura, the spring edition. I'm usually a fan of cherry stuff, so let's go. That's not too shabby, I think. It's okay. I'd give it a 6.75 out of 10. That's where we're landing. Very specific. Next meal, chicken and rice. Of course, it was coming, wasn't it? It was coming. Chicken, rice and pineapple to be exact. I've just realised I've run out of sauerkraut. Bollocks. I will have to get that from the shop later and add it to my final chicken and rice meal. Condiments of choice with this one: Greek yogurt and Frank's red hot buffalo sauce. You can buy these in pack of 2 from Amazon, very cheap. Probably the best hot sauce I've tried. So yeah, a little splash of that. Pink salt, of course, 25 grams of yogurt, and this is the pre-workout meal. When it comes to meal prep, the way I like to do things is I batch cook my protein and carb sources. So as you can see here, I've got, this is full of chicken that's cooked, I think it was yesterday actually. So I do a kilo of chicken at a time, and that makes 6 portions, which comes to like 166 grams for each portion. So once I cook it, I know that that's 6 grams. I put it in the container after it's been cooked, and then divide that number by 6, and that gives me the cooked weight, which I know is about 120 grams for this portion, and it changes every time. So that's the most accurate way to do things. Same thing goes with the rice, but obviously instead of taking the water away like you are with chicken, you're adding water to it. So the cooked weight will be more than the raw weight. Also, almond butter, the best way to weigh out your almond butter is put it on the scales first and then take it out. Because if you do it the other way, where you put your plate on the scales, you get a big dollop of almond butter, you whack it on, you're like, sweet, 15 grams. What about all the almond butter that's left on the spoon? We know where that goes, straight in your gob. That could be another 10 grams, mate. So you can do the same thing, but I get 15 grams out of here and then use my finger and just scrape it all off. Bosh, just like that. This doesn't look like the most appetizing meal. There is a dollop of Greek yogurt under there as well, and then 150 grams of pineapple. Mash it all together, wipe this down. I've got to get off to the gym in 10 minutes for a PT, and then it's time to train myself. Pull on the cars today, one of my favorite sessions. Doesn't look appetizing, but I'll tell you what, it's absolutely banging. All right, we're in for pull. I want to show you how I lay out my logbook. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to do this properly, but just to give you a quick rundown, you can see I've got the session, all the exercises, and I bunch them right up to the left here, right? So that I can get all these columns, and these columns are different sessions. So when I see other people laying out their logbook, they usually do like one session on one page, which, yeah, it works, but it means you've got to write out the session all over again every time you do it. So save yourself a bit of time, and then you can see previous numbers just on the same page. So I can see the first movement I've got is a tricep extension. I did 30 for 10 last week. And then I did a single arm lat pull down, 75 for 7. So I haven't got to flick back through. I can see that. I can see the setup of the movements. I can see the tempo. I can see the number of sets. Like, everything is written down here. Sometimes I'll even write down if I had a bad sleep score during that session. So I know, okay, my sleep score was fucking 50. That might be a contributing factor as to why my performance is low. The time of the day I train, if it's an AM or PM session, how many meals I've had, that sort of thing. Basically anything out of the ordinary gets written down. If it's the same, I'll just take it as nothing's changed. Starting with a warm-up. 5-10 minutes with a resistance band, nothing fancy here. This is something not many people do. Bend from side to side. When you think about a lot of movements we do in the gym, it's all like straight forwards and backwards, some side to side, but you're not really like bending the spine this direction. So I always do this with a resistance band at the start of push, pull, and upper session. I've got the S on the end there. So I just do like 5 or 6 per side. Make sure I'm like taking it as far into the end ranges as possible.
All right, first movement, the single arm cuffed tricep overhead extension. Now that is a mouthful. I like doing this supported on a bench because why not? If you can increase stability in a movement, you can generate more force. So without the bench, I would have to worry about stabilizing my upper body. With the bench, I don't have to worry about it. I can just lean into it and focus on the function of the tricep. Elbow flexion, elbow extension. You can see I've set the cable height so that it runs parallel to my upper arm. Keep the elbow fixed, and I'm just pivoting around that elbow joint. Nice and slow on the way down. Good hard pause in that stretch position, and then I'm thinking about contracting the tricep and exploding up as hard as I can. Next movement, pull-ups. Fantastic. One set here. Everything you see when it comes to pull-in movements, it all starts with getting your straps on correctly. I see so many people using the straps wrong or just over gripping the bar, leading to too much arm getting involved. Too much forearm, too much bicep. that's not the goal here. If you want to grow those muscles, train them separately. So I have a grip here outside of shoulder width, and you can see that my elbow stays underneath my wrist joint the entire time. As I pull up, I'm almost trying to bring my chest up to the bar. You can see there's absolutely no torso movement. There's no momentum being generated. My back is absolutely lit up after these, and I can only do like 6 and a bit reps, I think. I've not been able to progress these for a long period of time, and I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to make every rep as hard as I can. Super slow on the way down, good hard pause in the stretch, taking a partial or two at the end there, and just rinsing it as much as I can. Like I said, it's just one set. And then we get into the other lat work, single arm lat pull down here. Again, starting with putting the straps on properly and just having like a fingertip grip. I'm trying to get as little purchase on the bar as I can because I'm trying to treat my hands like hooks and then lead in with the elbow. The other key with this particular lat movement and other lat movements is movement at the shoulder. So you can see that as I come into the stretch, watch my shoulder. I let the shoulder travel forward, the shoulder drops down, and then the elbow drops down as well. A cue I really like with this is just see your forearm as an extension of the cable. So I might be able to draw here, but can you see how the cable and my forearm are in a straight line? That's what you want. And then just focus on keeping your spine nice and straight. There shouldn't be any sort of rotation of the torso, and then drive your elbow down towards the pocket. The upper arm should finish just in front of your spine or just in line. T-bar up next, the heavy, hard-hitting movements. More focused on just holding a heavy weight in that stretch position with this rather than getting it super contracted. Look at the buns on the boy, by the way. Jeez, that glute work's been paying off. Anyway, shoulder blades, let them roll forward into the stretch, but I'm not rounding my upper back. Good hard pause, and then I'm driving my elbows back hard. And again, you'll see my forearms stay in line with the path of motion of the machine. We don't want any bicep involvement. That's the key there. Next up, chest supports the leverage row. This is going to smash my upper back and rear delts. Fantastic for this. This is why I don't do any direct rear delt work, because I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this machine. Because it diverges outwards, it's fantastic for hitting those rear delts. And you can see that with this one, I allow my torso to kind of rock backwards and forwards a little bit. You can see that as I pull up, I'm leaning back ever so slightly, pulling my chest away from the chest pad. And it just helps me get a little bit of a better retraction of the shoulder blades, a better contraction across the upper back as a result. And then I'm doing the opposite into the stretch, letting my shoulders round over the pad. And then I do a very similar movement, but it's called a Kelso shrug. And this is just pure scapular retraction and protraction. So you'll see that I'm not bending my elbows. They stay straight, as in my arms stay straight. And you can see that I'm purposely trying to round my upper back here, my thoracic spine, and push my shoulder blades apart as much as I can. I actually use an ab mat on this pad here to get even more stretch, because otherwise the stoppers would hit there. And then from here, I'm thinking about driving my shoulder blades together and almost picturing that there's a pen between my shoulder blades. I'm trying to crush it. Yeah, this is good. This is a good movement for me because, you know, one of my traps doesn't really fire properly. And I think it's because I've not been exposing it to these ranges of motion here. So that's why I'm doing these. And I think it's good to train the function of the back for its different ranges. Onto an incline dumbbell curl next. With this, I like to have a slightly wider elbow path, almost coming like outwards, like this slightly. It just feels better for me personally. And then with my upper arm, I don't have it hanging directly underneath my shoulder. So you can see my elbow is just in front of my shoulder, just to get a better stretch across the bicep. Nice hard pause in the stretch. Drive it up to the point where the dumbbell is just in front of the elbow joint. And this absolutely lights up my biceps. It's one of my favorite bicep exercises. And then I superset these with dumbbell side lateral raises. So this isn't the best angle here. I'll move my fat head over here. But you can see that my upper arm is slightly in front of my spine. And I allow a little bit of body English here, let's call it. A little bit of swinging going on. Just really trying to think about reaching out to the side as much as I can. Getting a good hard contraction on the side delt as best as I can. And like I said, just allowing a bit of body English here. I don't actually track these, so I just rinse it as much as I can and get a good pump in my side delts really. Next up, we've got one of, if not my favorite ab movement, and I contribute this machine and this movement to a lot of my ab growth, which has been one of the, I've seen the most progress in, for sure, in this last gaining phase. The GHD. I have this on setting number 4, I believe, to start with, so 4 holds forward. And you can see I shift my bum, I shuffle my bum backwards, I keep my hips fixed in place. You can see that my knees, legs don't move. Bum stays fixed in place, and I'm just rounding my back over the pad. Nice big stretch, and then thinking about crunching forward and curling my spine up into a little ball. When I can't do any more, I simply throw my arms forward. That is the session wrapped up. This is how we're looking. Looking a bit classic. I'm also carrying a bit of extra fullness from the surplus of desserts from yesterday. Not too shabby. And this is the part where I start thinking about that post-workout meal. Oh, you know what it is, cream of rice. Here's a little fluffer. Here's the little fluffer. The little floof. She's got a haircut tomorrow, I think I said that earlier. But I'm just telling you why she looks scruffy. Right. Mic check, mic check. We're in business. Here we have it. Boom, look at that. So I like to put the frozen fruit on before I leave, because then it's not frozen afterwards. Logic. And then we add a bit of salt, a little bit of cinnamon on top. And I tell you what, I've made 50 grams go a long way. Like, look at the amount of cream of rice that's there. And this cream of rice that I've been using recently, like the flavour, it's quite strong, so you can mix it with a fair bit of water. Combat Fuel cream of rice. We've got this from Strom Sports Nutrition. STROM. Milk chocolate's my favourite. Whey paste on top, sludge, the sticky toffee again. Layer of bananas, layer of blueberries, dark chocolate mixed in as well for extra flavour, and then cherries. Oh yes. Taste test. Yes, it's so good. You know something that's not fair? Foods taste better when you get leaner. It's not fair. It's not fair. Just means your food focus goes up. That's all I have to say. Good session, very good session. Last week's session was dog shit because I got back from France on Saturday, trained that day, trained Sunday, Monday. All sessions were absolute crap because I, for that week, hadn't been taking any of my supplements, all of the supplements. Food was terrible, drinking alcohol, sleep wasn't good. Obviously the flight, it wasn't good, but this week has been pretty good so far. I mean, all of my sessions since Thursday/Saturday have been pretty good. Just took like that first 3 sessions to get back into the groove of things.
But yeah, today's session, numbers all up across the board basically. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna stop waffling now and eat this. Just had a lovely lady called Jess on a consult, and she said she's gonna sign up, so that's good. That is very, very good. If you are interested in coaching, there will be links down below to the website. Have a look. Various different things on the website, frequently asked questions, things I've done in terms of client meetups in the past, results, photo shoot results, competitive client results. Everything you need is there, and then there will be links to apply as well. So use that, then we can organise a time to jump on a call. We'll jump on the call, and then you'll sign up, and I'll take all your fucking money. Oh, people, I'm back. I've had 2 PTs since I last spoke to you, and both went very well. I'm just very tired now. It's been a long day, it's been a successful day. I've had a good day, and I think I saw during that time in the session, I've had a message across saying that a lad that I spoke to last week, he's signed up, so he sent the payment across. Obviously had a consult earlier who is signing up as well, so business is good, business is booming. I love to see that more people are taking the bull by the horns and taking action, and I love being able to have an opportunity to work with different people. Anyway, meal number 5, the final one of the day, same as pre-workout meal, except we've got 150 grams of veg in here, and then I've got 1 kiwi as well. This meal is absolutely delicious. The veg concoction, as always, the go-to, and it never changes. Peppers, courgette, aubergine, tomato, onion. Chop it all up, smack it in the air fryer. I leave it into a Tupperware and then divvy it up in 150 gram servings. And it's absolutely divine. We'll leave it there. I will do an outro later. Well, I nearly forgot to do the bloody outro. I was about to get ready for bed. As you can see, it is, focus, 7:30. And I've just wrapped up work for the day. I've just had Sam join the team. We are on a bit of a deadline. He's got 11 weeks until his holiday on the 1st of June, so I'm not wasting any time getting his plan together. I haven't just sent it across now, but I have done his meal plan in the space of like 30 to 45 minutes, so I pinged that across, made sure that he's okay with that, but I think that's the first thing we can just get the ball moving on, and then hopefully I'll be able to get everything else over and ready tomorrow. Usually I ask for like 3 to 4 days to get a plan together, but this is a special case. We need to get him shredded pronto. But that'll wrap things up for today. First YouTube video back in a long, long time. So if you've enjoyed it, show some love, show some support. It might give me a kick up the arse to do this more frequently. We'll see. But yeah, the content is coming, streaming through. I'm on a roll with it right now. I'm doing like 2 or 3 posts a day sometimes, so I need to keep it up. But that'll wrap things up, people. Hope you've all had a fantastic day. Hope you all have a great week. Whatever goals you're working towards, keep grafting hard, keep pushing, and you will achieve great things in life if you remain positive, if you work hard and are consistent. That's my motivational speech for the day. That's all I've got. My brain's fried now. You ain't getting some David Goggins shit from me. We'll leave things there. What's my outro again? I've forgotten it. I will catch you in the next one. There's one more bit as well. And I will catch you. If you've got this far, fair play. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.